Hi again everyone, how's all doing? So this is a Lima Class 52, it's Western Gladiator, and it was sent to me by Steve. He said he was given this, but it's a non-runner and in dire need of some TLC. So turn on the power, absolutely nothing, not a sausage. So we'll shove it into the shed and see what's what. Righty-ho then, we'll get a look at this. Where's my glasses? What have I done with them? Oh, there they are. So, yeah, external condition of this is not too good. It's had a bit of an argument with a soldering iron by the looks of it. But we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe patch that up a wee bit. The wheels are absolutely black. I don't think they've ever been cleaned in their entire life. It's very light because the weight is not inside it. I think Steve took that out for posting purposes, which isn't a bad idea actually. So we'll get into this and have a look. It's just the standard Lima ring field, so it should be easy enough to get this sorted. Hopefully it just needs a really good clean. Let's just pop this in the sponge just now and we'll get some cocktail sticks. I think this just all unclips. Stick that down there. Okay, this is just going to come out. Need a wee bit persuasion. A clip in the middle there. There we go. There's something going on with this bogey. It's right, it's just not been screwed tight. It's all loose. It's covered in a sort of, I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can see, it's covered in a kind of white dust. I'm sure the manky brush will sort that out. Let's just try a battery on this. See if there's any life in it. Oh yes, there is. Struggling. So it's clearly needing a good service. But the the old Lima ring field is pretty bulletproof. I remember that the very first time I looked at one, I thought, what a nasty piece of plastic rubbish. But actually, no. The Lima ring field, I think, is actually a really good motor for its time. They do take a CD motor extremely well, much better than the Horby ring fields. So yeah, I quite like these motors. Right, okay, let's get this apart. We'll unplug that, undo these screws. My central heating broke down. I've got no heating and no hot water. Well, when I say I've got no heating, I've got radiators I can use and a couple of open fires, but I have no running hot water at the moment. There's always something going wrong, isn't there? And I've got a safety recall on my car as well, and the MOT is due, and oh, I don't know. Right, okay. Yeah, I just don't think this has ever been cleaned or serviced. Actually, the gears are absolutely fine. And you can see there, it's kind of grey dust. Let's just see if the manky brush takes that off. Yes, it does. There's one brush. Brushes and springs look okay, actually. Do that. There's the commutator. We've seen worse. Take out that pickup, get rid of that. You can see how dirty the wheels are. And these are brass. We shall remove the clip. Obligatory little pieces of polystyrene. Gears will be fine once they've had a clean and a file, and that's just going to need a going over with a manky brush. I'll give that a quick scoosh, get the old T-cut on it, give it another scoosh, give this a scoosh out. Right, let's give these wheels a scoosh first of all. Probably going to take a rotary tool to them. Yeah, that's... oh dear. Brass brush and a rotary tool, and we'll polish these up. Always wear eye protection when you're using one of these, because some of the little wires from the brush will come pinging off. You don't want that going in your eye. I think these get the award for the dirtiest wheels I've ever seen. Just polish that one so you can see the difference. I think we'll take the traction tyres off. They're actually in okay condition. Give them a rub with T-cut and then take the rotary tool to them. So that's the wheels all cleaned up, traction tyres as well. You can see the difference compared to the other bogie. We'll clean that up soon. We're going to give this bogie frame a good brush out with the manky brush, just to get rid of all this white dust. Let's get a look at these gears. I actually think somebody has sanded these down in the past, but using a fairly rough sandpaper, I think. There's something stuck in the teeth of this one. Righto, we'll pop the armature back in. Like that. Pop this on. Spot of oil in there, and a spot of oil in there, and we'll get the brushes back in. I don't think this model's got a very high mileage on it. The brushes are very good condition, the gears are in pretty good condition. It's just been left, I think, somewhere and got very dirty. Get these springs in. I need to file this clip, because as usual it's all rough and catchy. Where's my file? Oh, it'll be in the layout room. Been filing points. Alright, just get rid of all the sharp edges on the clip. Silicone grease on the spindles, put the gears back on, and that should be the motor done. As much as I quite like these motors, they're not the greatest design in the world. You know, the armature is quite exposed to the gears and the pinion gear, so any lubricant is going to get into the armature, which is not ideal. Fit this clip. Right, stick a battery on this now. That's better. Yeah, it was really struggling before, but that's running fine now. Okay, that's the motor sorted. We'll sort this front bogie out. Do that clip. And do that one. Just all fall out and fall to bits. Be careful because it's very easy to snap that bit there. Come on, out you come. Oh well, fine, stay there. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, these all need a good clean. There we are, that's those wheels cleaned up. They took a lot of cleaning. I went through quite a few brushes to get them cleaned up. I need to clean these up now as well. Alright, okay, get the Mankey brush onto this, get all this white stuff off. Right, so all these cleaned up. I need to make sure I get these the right way round. So in this bogey, these wheels are insulated, these are not insulated. So I want these to be the opposite way round. So they want to go that way with the non-insulated on this side. That'll go like that. Right, okay, so if I turn that round, I then want to turn all these round. And this will go in like so. And that goes in there like that. Push it through, we'll put the clip on to hold it in place. And then we fit the wheels. Like so. That's the trick to that, is to put that clip on, so you hold this piece up. The first few times I did these bogies, I got myself into a right fiddle with them. But that's all you do, put the clip on, and it's nice and easy. Right, can I take that off again? Right, okay, so that wants to go at the back, so it's going that way. Put that in there. Put that on there like that. And screw that down. Pop that on there like so. Put that clip on. And there we are. Fit this weight now. Stick it in like that. Pop this on the test track. And away it goes. Now, need to see what we can do about the damage there. Also, we're missing 3 buffers. I'm sure I've got some that will fit. So I think the first thing we'll do is sand it down a little bit. And then I've got some Real Match paint here, which is pretty close to the same colour, I think. But we'll see what it's like. We'll put one coat on, see what it's like. Might have to darken it, I think, maybe a wee bit. So a wee bit of sandpaper, and let's see if we can just smooth these areas off a bit. And we'll just go over it with a very fine sandpaper. This is not going to be invisible mending, but it'll look better than having big yellow melted scars. Right, try this. This paint doesn't go on too well with a brush, I find. It really wants to be airbrushed. But we shall see. It's probably going to need a few coats. It's very thin, this paint. Yeah, I think it might need a wee touch of black in it. You get what he thinks the right colour, but it's drying a slightly funny colour, this stuff. Okay, I'm going to admit defeat on trying to get a colour match on this. I've tried mixing Crimson Lake with this BR Maroon, and even tried a little bit of red, a little touch of black, but no. I mean, mixing these two together in different quantities, I was, on there, I was able to get, well, actually on here, I was able to get a pretty good match, but once it was applied and dried, nah, it's just not blending in at all. But I'm going to leave it, because if I mess around with it too much, I'm just going to make a mess. But I think it needs, applied with an airbrush onto that yellow. I think there's a translucency to this finish, which as soon as you paint over it, it's always going to look different. But, it's not too bad. It looks better than it did, but I can't afford to spend any more time on it. So, buffers, that's what we're going to do. Add some buffers on. Yeah, these will need a spot of glue. There we go, buffers on. So, we'll get this popped back on, and that'll be us done. There we are, we're all clipped in. Right, one last wee test. Running nice as ninepence. Okay then, let's go and pull it out of the shed. Okay then, let's bring it out. So there we are, that's this old Lima Western Gladiator back in action. Yeah, a severe case of neglect there really, a good clean-up and it runs fine. A bit quieter in reverse, so I may open it up again and see if swapping the gears about makes any difference. But it probably just needs a good run in. If this were mine, I'd fit a CD motor, as the Lima Ringfield motor really does take them very well. Pity I couldn't get that paint touched up properly. I've never been very good with paint, to be honest. But, I think it would need rubbed down to the yellow plastic and then resprayed with an airbrush. And even then, I think really, a complete repaint would probably be the only way to get it perfect. So this is probably the last time you'll have to endure this wee test loop. I'm working on the track on the new layout, so I'm going to get that sorted as soon as I can. I'll do an update video soon. And fingers crossed, the next time you see me run a locomotive, it'll be around the new layout, even if it will be in polystyrene land. I can't wait, because this wee loop is doing my head in. It takes up too much space in my studio and it's really badly lit, and I keep tripping over things, so I really can't wait to get the new layout up and running. Okay folks, I'm going to get this back to Steve, and I'll catch you later.